Boop. There we go. We did it. On and live. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. I was fixing up a bunch of assets. And let's see. Alright, so if you guys don't know, I am Serial Killer, aka Andrew, streaming in part for Unorganized Play in our group. And we decided to make a bunch of new content. For me, I decided on my part to search this game called Sorcery. It is a tradable card game, originally kickstarted, I believe it was about a year and a half ago. Pretty successful, made over 5 million New Zealand money, don't know what that is, you know, made good money I guess. Got pretty popular in the States, and one of the reasons why it got so popular was this very old school type of art. On top of that, a very sort of dynamic gameplay using a playmat, but something like a chess or a board that you use. In Magic terms, instead of just playing mana or land, that land becomes physically part of the board where your minions and your spells get cast from and to, which gives it, you know, at a glance, a very different feel. But having some of this old school art, including stuff like from Frank Frazetta, which I'm a very big fan of, very old school type of art for the alpha and the Kickstarter. Now that type of art doesn't come for the beta, which what we have today for what we're going to do for our opening, but these cards still exist. It's not like these cards were only limited to the Kickstarter. They just were a bonus for those people who decided to back early to get that type of really cool art. Really wish I jumped on that bandwagon, but at the time, it kind of caught away from me and I missed out on it. But either way, so we were using something like a board like this. If I get that playmat out, something that looks like a 5x4 grid where you are opposing another sorcerer or a magician or whatever avatar, depending on what type of monster or creature that you are embodying. In Magic terms, it'd be like the Planeswalker, the Planescaster, something like that. Goal of the game is to bring the opponent down to 20, and even after they're down to 20 life and they're on death's door, they have one chance, one more whole turn of redemption to try to even the score or at least get it close before the match is over. So that's basically what Sorcery is. What drew me to this game was the artwork. The artwork looks phenomenal, has a very old school feel that if you're any sort of Magic player between the years, I started between what, 98, maybe 98 to 2002, 2004, you have a great love for this very old school type of art, and that 90% drew me into the game. Once I saw the artwork, I started looking a little bit more into the game, and once I saw it was coming out, once I realized it was coming out in beta, I had to get it. So of course, with that, I decided to buy 2 booster boxes and the pre-con. So today I'm going to pop open, let's go, there we go. I'm going to pop open one of these 2 booster boxes and we're going to see what we get. Hopefully we get lucky. There are a couple of things that are extremely rare to get or that are really sought after. I tried not to get too much into spoilers, but each box should carry about 36 packs, I believe. As you can see, they're completely sealed. And now it's a decision. Which one do we pop open today? I don't think I'm going to pop open both. I may keep one for later, or I may just deck build and try to see on the budget like what kind of decks I can make between that and the pre-constructed decks that become available. So they both look exactly the same. As far as I can tell, they were from 2 different vendors. So you know what? Let's go with the one on the right. So you can see, completely sealed. It's got, not sure if you can see, yeah, you can see it's got the Sorcery saran wrap or whatever on it, sealed on every side. They even have an authenticity kind of a QR code at the bottom. So let's pop this bad boy out. I got this, I released about 2 weeks ago, and I got the box as soon as it came out, but I was trying to hold it off just so we could do a little unboxing, just to have a little bit more content for our group and to kind of save that memory of, you know, opening something brand new, the whole case for myself. Let's see, is this safe to pop open this way? Here we go. ASMR, nope, there we go. Let me pop the seal. As you can tell, there is a small, you know, I guess like stopper. Let's cut that away. And oh, am I going to just totally destroy the box to open it? Oh, there we go. In every box, they have a box topper, so every box that you get, and this is the same for all the boxes. The only really big difference between the alpha and the beta, that as far as I can tell, is that the alpha has some different artwork on some of the cards, but with the beta they actually clarified some of the rules, or they just made the wording a little bit clearer for some cards. So pretty cool. You get a foil sorcerer. Let's see this. And all these little mini cards, which are beyond mini because they're about quarter sized. Keep those to the side for now. So you get a foil sorcerer. Foil looks pretty good. Raised lettering, as I've heard on some of these, very slightly raised lettering on the sorcerer. Your avatar has entered the contest. So this could be used as a basic kind of like leader for your army, or like, I guess, represents you, your avatar in a sense. So you will at least have one. Your sights. So this gives you a basic rubble, which produces no mana. Essentially, this is something that happens in case one of your lands or manas get destroyed and a rubble comes down, which means there's still space to go onto. It just doesn't provide you any additional resource. Nice little card with all of the artists who work on the game, or contributed to the game rather. And you have these mini cards, which, wow, these are extremely small. I don't even know if I may have to go with the face cam. It's not even that great. But they're just tokens, whereas in other games you may have a full card. Here you have a smaller token card. So you get foot soldiers, you get a lot of foot soldiers. A frog, I guess you can morph things, or they're just little status effects. Burned, disabled, flooded, because I know their water plays part in this game if you build your deck around a water element. And you can flood certain sites to do, more damage, or just have an effect that maybe a water creature that you have can do. All right, let's try to find a sort of convenient place for this, because I'm gonna have to pop all 36 packs. So pack 1, here we go. There are 4 elements in the game. I believe they are boom, boom, boom. I will find it. Water, earth, fire, and air. And each one has something they specifically could do, or that they're good at, rather. So let's see. Let's pop open. So there's 2. I believe you can make a deck between 2 of the elements, or go mono. Don't quote me on that. I'm still kind of getting used to the rules. Now, reading through them, I have a basic understanding of the rules, but since I haven't played yet a game, I'm going to, I don't want to lead you too astray. So right off the bat, let's see what we got. So on the top, we have an exceptional sight. I hope this shows a little bit better. Oh, it's too bright. Might be better on this camera, or not too light. An exceptional sight. In this game, instead of rarities, or rather in the place of rarities, they have things like words or titles that they attach to cards. So things like exceptional would be their uncommons, which you're allowed 3 of in the deck. Ordinary, which are commons, you're allowed 4 in the deck. Elites, you're allowed 2 of any by title card. And then uniques, you only get 1 per deck. So that's kind of like one way they sort of handle their rarity. And I guess like they could sort of curb some of the power levels that you have, or like the power level that you have in your deck. So I got an Iceberg, an exceptional sight of Imperious Majesty. Oh man, I can't even do can't do the art that much justice unless I go to that. I don't know if that's better or worse. Sorry, it's a little blurry, guys, but Shield Wall, which is another exceptional card. Should just do it this way. Monastery Gargoyle. As you can see, all of these cards, these aren't like special edition or anything like that. All of these cards, full art all the way across. Very small lettering, so you get all of the artwork on there. It's really cool. And then the next one should be the rare, either an elite or a unique. So I got a sort of Manticore. Panorama Manticore. An elite beast, keeps a vigilant watch. It's pretty cool. Whoop, I totally threw the card there. It's pretty cool that some of the Even some of the titling of the words in, like, describing the creature, like an elite beast keeps vigilant watch. Instead of just going, oh, there's a rare or there's like a unique or an uncommon, they work it as part of like the theme of the game, which I thought was pretty cool. So that is essentially the rare of the pack, and then we have a bunch of common cards. So you have like these mermaids, that would be a common, a cauldron crones. Look at that beautiful artwork. I said it's very old school kind of like look and feel to it. I really dig it. Spectral Stalker. I wish my webcam did a little bit more justice to this. I had to start working on like making that a little bit better. A turtle, tufted turtle, also ordinary. I'm gonna show a little bit better. A coral reef kelpie. Yeah, that's what it says. So as you can tell, their element would be here in the corner, and that's essentially how many mana you would need in order to cast it, and this would be essentially their battle / life value that you would need to like hit them with in order for them to go away in one hit. Since there's no stacking damage as far as I can tell, I believe, except on your avatars. Look at that, overpower. So they have, just like Magic, they have things like actions, artifacts, creatures, spells, and whatnot. Unravel. And also, I think one of the cool things about the artwork here is that, as far as I can tell, and from what they've been advertising as, all of this artwork actually has been hand drawn or like painted instead of just everything being CG. So I think that adds a lot to that very old school feel that I said. I'm being an not super old school Magic player, but being from like back in the day, seeing all of that type of artwork, seeing all this really old school type of artwork, really connected with me, and I completely dig it. That, and like I said, the full bordering on it, just insanely cool to me. Polar bears, even things as ordinary. See, ordinary beasts of, well, extreme latitudes. It's something like as silly or as simple as just a bunch of polar bears, but I don't know, it's pretty cool. Sleep. And as far as I can tell, or at least from what I've seen, at the end of every pack, you either get another type of avatar. Yeah, definitely a lot of 80s style type art, and not for me. I dig it. I like the oil painting. Like you could see some of the stuff not very common to a lot of styles, especially in card games that you would see nowadays. Very few of them, especially like a collectible card game. I believe if you've played Ascension, it's got like sort of that oil painting look to it. So I'm really digging it. So like I said, at the end of every pack, you're either going to get another land essentially, or you're going to get another avatar to kind of add to your collection, so you won't be without land or anything like that. Let's see if we could try to make these neat piles. All right, pack 2. Oh, nice little dividers inside of the box too. Didn't even notice that till right now. Pack 2, here we go. I'll try to go a little bit quicker maybe, or slower, depending on if you guys want to ask random things, or if you guys want to know a little bit more. Like I said, I have limited knowledge in the game. I want to go really kind of fresh into the game. I've seen a couple of games played, but I haven't had the chance to play since when I was at Gen Con. One of my demos took way too long, and I missed out the opportunity, and I was kicking myself in the butt for it. But what can you do, right? You get caught up in the Gen Con mode. You got a big toad here. Brody Ding Dang Bullfrog? Is this based on something real? I don't know. So that's an exceptional, which means it is a uncommon. Guile Sirens. Very cool. Lava Salamander. And an elite Seasoned Sellsword. An elite mortal serves the highest bidder. And its ability is avatars nearby have discard a card, gain control of Seasoned Sellsword. So very cheap to cast, but if you can see that, very cheap to cast, but we'll fight for anyone that's willing to discard a card. Very cool. Another Critical Strike. We had Overpower that had kind of like that same sort of artwork. That's awesome. Boil. Should be noted, and same way that I said that certain sites could be sunk or could be flooded, certain other card effects can do the adverse. So I believe if this destroy all minions occupying target water site up to 2 steps away. 2 steps would be like essentially 2 spaces on that grid map that they have as part of the game. So imagine you're playing a game of chess, but in addition to that, the land or that you're creating onto the board can be manipulated or used for or against you, which is really cool since there are certain mechanics that work with that, like burrowing creatures can go underneath the land and flying creatures go over, water effects or certain land sites have special abilities attached to them. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that's a pretty cool mechanic. We got Entangled Terrain, Dead of the Night Demon, super creepy. This was one of the creatures that most people say like is probably giving them nightmares for a bit. Wall of Ice, because of course in any sort of magic or sorcery type game you can have all types of wall. I believe there's one of each wall for every element. Oh, nice. And within your ordinary pack 10 cards, you could get a foil, and the foil could be of any rarity. It doesn't have to be a common or an ordinary foil. It could be an elite, a unique, or anything like that. Let's see what this is. This is an exceptional aura of dread and foreboding, evil presence. Look at that, like, shine. And I think this is the cool thing. I was going to wait for a foil. On the foil, on the back of the card, is actually the full plain art of what you get. Just the full art with no words or anything. So, very cool. I said all of the foils have like a slight raise to some of the lettering, which I think is just a bonus in my eyes. Put that in the rear pile. Alright, we saw the teleport. Mortality. Look at that. You're not going to see a lot of that in Magic cards like that, very old school. Yes, I believe Alpha had something like 406, which is actually a lot for initial print run for like any first set of anything, and Beta has 403. I think there were 3 cards that didn't have any real effect. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it was between 403 and 406, which is huge for your first launch. So we may see a couple of cards in the set, but I feel like we'll probably get a good amount of them in. Swamp Buffalo, some more polar bears, we've said them before, and another site, which is a simple village, which is actually different from the humble village. Let's see if there's a... It's about the same. All they do is summon a foot soldier, so those little tokens that we saw earlier, these guys, you can pay 1 in order to summon one of these guys to the site, so they kind of like spawn the guys out. And in this game, there are 3 different types of... Well, there's 2 different decks. There's the Atlas deck, which is your land, and your spell deck, your spellbook deck, which is everything else. So your creatures, your spells, things like that. So when you draw up your hand, I believe you get 3 and 3 at the start, and then you can decide to tap your avatar in order to draw either another land, play a certain card, or draw from your spellbook card to start casting out creatures or spells that you may need. Alright. We'll get to the groove and we'll go quick. I said most of these cards I've seen in passing, but not like had them like in my hands. Alright, so Tide, Neads. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. I think I've mixed up my uncommons and commons, but that's alright. Sunken Treasure. Second uncommon, third uncommon. Swiven Scout. Look at that. My cam does not do it justice how awesome these, like, the artwork looks on these. I can't wait to sleeve these up and play. Oh, wow. Okay, so my rare is actually another type of avatar, which is called a seer. And it's your avatar prognosticates success. And all of the avatars have like some sort of different type of ability that they can do. Like I think all the precons come with a different type, one for each type of element. And you can draw as your rare or as your foil or anything, another avatar that you can play with. So it kind of gives you a couple more options of how you want to build your deck and like what it will influence. Now, for the most part, some avatars don't have like a certain color or element that they are tied to. I mean, of course, if you're playing something called like the Tide Callers, you would assume it'd be more of the water elements. But these other guys, like the Seer, they can go in any direction you want as long as you build your deck towards it. Maybe there's a certain element that leans more towards that, but for the most part, it's pretty wide open as far as how you can build your deck. Cave Trolls. Incinerate, because of course you gotta have some sort of Incinerate. Blood Ravens. Hope that's a little bit straight for you guys. Border Militia. Scarabs. Sacred Scarabs. Fade. Oh, that looks great. That artwork, like, I wish I could comment like I wish I had a better camera because like some of this artwork is so insane just holding it in your hand and just like seeing how beautiful it looks. It looks like a camel to me. Ral dromedary, an ordinary and superbly indifferent beast. I mean that pretty much speaks camel to me. Yes, I'll use my OnlyFans camera. Oh, you mean the one up front? Yeah, that's probably better. Boop. I just don't know how close I should get with that. Pallybury bats. Whoops. Me all fumbles, right? Pirate ship. Snow leopard. And for my sight, I got it in arid desert. And this one differs in the sense of deal 1 damage to each minion atop target nearby site. So Genesis, I believe, goes when it's revealed or when it's placed, it will do its whatever Genesis effect is. I believe that's what Genesis is. So a lot of guys have, you know, Genesis effect. They do this essentially when they come into play, when they first start. All right, let's start ramping up these packs. I'm sure we're going to start seeing a couple, except for maybe the rares and some of the exceptionals. Oh, nice. So got an exceptional land, secret tunnel. There we go. You're right. I should probably just use that camera next time. I should switch them next time. You guys don't need to see this beautiful mug. Minecart Madness. Looks like a bunch of dwarves just taking a Indiana Jones minecart ride. And my third is a Train Constrictor. Oh, that looks insane. Looks like something Conan would fight. And then my rare is a Screaming Skull. Whenever a bearer attacks and kills an enemy, it untaps. So I guess it is an artifact that you give to a creature or one of your, you know, something that you cast, and it just keeps killing and attacking. All right. Then we have a Caravan, another Blood Ravens. We've seen that. Another Sacred Scarabs. Men of Leng. This is what I have as my profile picture on Tinder, right? Girls would come a flocking. Old Salt Anchorman. Pit Vipers. Highland Clansman. It's another Snow Leopard. Seen them. Wild Boars. I like that there's a lot of very common type of animals too. And I guess fantastical creatures. We got a buffalo here, swamp buffalo. And then we got another arid desert for our site. Pack number 5. Oh, this is gonna take what? Oh yeah, it looks great. Said some of the very basic animals have this sort of majestic look to them. Like I said, maybe it's just something that the medium does. Like maybe if it was all charcoal too. I'm a big fan of charcoal, so. All right, a windmill, an exceptional sight. So an uncommon land. Yeah, and it actually has 2 types. At 100%, it's not going to show up even if I put it up on the good camera. Oh, maybe it will. Those, the other side. There's a site that actually provides 2 types of mana, so that's pretty good. Blaze, another uncommon / exceptional. These pikemen, and for my rare, I got Rift. An elite site of earth torn asunder. You may pull apart a partial row or column to make a void in which to play the site. So it literally rips the earth apart to make space for it. So it's also important to note that the land that you put down is owned by you. So there's certain effects that can only be affected by something that you played out as part of your land. So positional play in this game looks like it's extremely important. So not only is putting your land out and, you know, keeping that sort of territory, but also destroying land or modifying land in order for you to get some sort of advantage, looks like to be the play. Berry, another Cauldron Crones, another Tufted Turtle, another Seahorsey of some sort. Boil, we've seen earlier. Here comes the Uncom, so we'll go through these because we've seen these. Sea Serpent, Teleport, that art looks cool. Polar Bears, all right. We're going to send out a Polar Bears. Just a stack of polar bears. Mortality and Autumn River. I believe we haven't gotten this one yet. So beautiful artwork. All right, we're keeping. I guess it's well, they're deep. We're going to be here for a bit. So, but I think after the first row, we're going to see a lot of the same uncommons, and with the quarrelsome kobolds. Let's use the only. We'll call it the OnlyFans cam. Wish that was bigger. Should make that one bigger and just put them up there. Second uncommon, the Unland Eel. Third is some sort of basilisk. Yep, Hillock basilisk. And for our rare, the Trebuchet. Of course, an elite. Like I said, elite is 2 per deck, and a unique is 1 per deck. Unique being a little bit rare, like your very rare or your ultra rare, I guess, in some cases. Got some wolves. Look at that, just plain. And I'm sure these things are like, I'm not reading like what everything does, just whatever really catches my eye. Heat Ray, very old school. You can definitely see that on old, like, you know, Dungeons and Dragons cover, or what was that thing called? I forgot what the magazine was originally called. We'll think of it soon. Ice Lance. Beast of Burden, of course. Wall of Fire. There's our second wall we've come across. We had the Wall of Ice, now we've got the Wall of Fire. Ooh, look at that. That looks like a good hit. So we got an Avatar. Wow. Oh, there we go. Flamecaller Avatar. That is, oh, there we go, the cam. Look at that. And the back of it, insane. I love the full art on the back. I don't know about a couple of minutes, Jared. Maybe I'm 5 or 6 packs in. So this is essentially like my rare that I got out of the uncommon section. That was a foil, because the foil could be a rare or a very rare. Oh, that looks so cool. Let's see what he does. Play to tap or draw a sight. Yep. Tap, banish all dead fire minions. Shoot a projectile. Deals damage equal to the sum of their casting value. That's awesome. And that artwork is insane. Like I said, really awesome pool. I have no idea how actually rare it is, but just the artwork on that foil, insane. Unravel, we've seen. Rimland. Nomads. Very cool artwork. Sleep, we've seen earlier. I think that was in the first pack. Some Lampreys. Good bunch of Lampreys. And for our sight, we got a Summer River again. Actually, this one's different because we had an Autumn River last time. I'm a liar. At this rate, guys, I'm just going to ASMR you guys to sleep. I'm going to rock you guys to sleep. It's going to be okay. Don't worry. Oh, I'm excited. It's been a while since I've opened up packs like this, and I've been genuinely excited to open up some packs. I mean, I guess Lorcana had me pretty excited for the almighty 3 packs I got. But all right, Battering Ram. Here's our uncommon number 1. Call to War. Awesome. I'm just going to make a deck of all cards that I think look cool. All the humans just going to war, making foot soldiers. Then we go Kolichi Dragonets. Kolichi Dragon. If someone can say that 3 times fast, they get 1 polar bear. We're going to measure everything in polar bears now. And for my rare, Elite Mortals of Night's Last Service. Candlemas Monks. Do like, very cool. Boyle, we've seen. Oh, I already see like a foil here somewhere. Fingers crossed, guys. Some Dryads. Some of Deep Sea Mermaids. Some Earth Terrain that we've seen before. Spectral Stalker. I want one of these in foil. They look sick. And I can only imagine how much cooler the foil looks on it. Ooh, a Battering Ram. Foil. Nice. So we got this one before. Is this an elite? An exceptional. So this is an uncommon Battering Ram. But look at that shine. Get that close. And then back artwork. Complete full art. Insane. I guess you can't play with clear if you want to play your foils. But then again, I think you're just going to... Most people are just going to collect their foils and let them sit in a nice binder to see them. Bone. rabble, so like zombies, skeletons, undead. Oh, is it really? I can see why. That thing's sick, and I'm sure it's actually really good because you can just toss your minions. I mean, what fire caster slash in any game, what fire, like, flame anything, burn aggro burn deck's not going to be like, oh, I'm going to chuck the rest of my guys at you to kill you. Easy choice, right? Wall of air. Oh, there's another wall. We got another wall here. This one's actually really cool looking. Exorcism. Look at that. 100% you would not see this in a lot of games. Nor would they dare to do something like that. Insane. Sledge crabs, or sedge crabs. This guy fighting off crabs. You just got to hit him with the shampoo. I believe it is... Let me just 1 second look at this real quick. It says Eric's Curiosa. LTD. Yeah, Eric Curiosa's game. Sorcery. Let's see what the box says. Yeah. I got mine off of eBay, and Flipside Gaming was selling them at a really reasonable price. A lot of places were charging $150 or $180, and they were selling them at $130. Don't quote me. That was it. That was the price as of last week. They sold me that in the pre-cons for like $40, and you get 4 decks with the pre-cons, all lands, and I heard these are pretty good to have to get all the land and whatnot. So that was an extremely fair price. I think they're going at like base $150. Definitely check them out. Flipside Gaming on eBay. I bought a lot of Warhammer stuff, a lot of everything off them, and always have great service with them. And fair, and I think shipping's free after $100. Which, if you're getting a case or a pre-con, you're close. We have a Spring River, so I'm pretty sure we have not had this before. Alright, next. Now I'm just anxious. See, I got like... So far, I believe... there are, in the wild, there are cards that are essentially like sketches that they decided to put in some of the card packs. And those are apparently extremely rare and extremely popular. Oh, Headless Haunt. We've not seen this guy before. Awesome. Should I clear up? I feel like this is making too much clutter here. Let me just get rid of some of these commons on the side. So you guys can see that a little clearer. It's not just a... Headless Haunt. Looks legit. A uncommon Vantage Hills. Is your ranged units have an advantage? Wow. Bane Widow. That is cool. Put that up. He said uncommon, but very cool artwork. And for the rare or elite? Elite Sinkhole. Sacrifice Sinkhole, destroy a nearby site. So like I said, manipulation seems to be very high on what you want to do to either your opponent, either destroy his creatures on a certain land or just destroy their land to get some sort of advantage. So that was our rare. And now Beast of Burden we've seen. Wall of Fire we have seen. Wow. Blink. Look at that artwork. Awesome. Grapple Shot. This one looks a little bit weird. 100% reminds you of something like a D&D character would do. Like, let me just like throw a rope around this beast's neck and just stab him a couple of times. I'm sure his dagger, like foot-long teeth, are not going to do any damage to me at all. Blizzard. Extinguish. So this is the opposite of boil. I believe like you do something with water. I'm not like I said, I'm not even looking too much at the cards or what they do yet. I'm gonna kind of deep dive a little bit more into the game when I get into the pre-cons. Hopefully, I'm gonna follow this up with like opening some of the pre-cons in the next video, and then see what kind of decks you can make with just like $150 invested into the game, 160 whatever it is, and see how much fun you could have. So I could play with a couple of friends casually. If I like the game more, maybe I'll invest a little bit more. But like I said, the artwork in this game 100% drew me in, and this just blew me away right now. Just having these cards in my hand, seeing how nice they look in person, amazing, insane. Unravel we've seen, Seep we've seen, Nomads we've seen are awesome. These little lampreys are a little creepy, and now we got the plain flame caller. No avatar in the back, but now I know even if I don't draw another avatar, I've got the flame caller I could rely on. get these uncoms out of the way. 100% I've mixed the uncommons and the commons together. I should say the ordinaries and the exceptionals. I said it's even little naming conventions they've done there. Very cool that they were like, oh, ordinary, and then, you know, exceptional for their uncommons, elites for their rares, and then very rares or uniques. So it lends itself, like, you know exactly how much of each. You know, if you see a unique card that really messed you up in a game, you're like, well, that's the last time I see it, unless there's some sort of recursion spell. I'm not too sure on that just yet. Tragedy, Worry, Wort. We have not seen this uncommon guy. Updraft Ridge. We've not seen this either. Let's try to push that there. Spire Lich. Wow. Uncommon. Insane. And for a rare, what do we got? An Elite Beast expands your... I want to say it says Demise, but not quite. Conqueror Worm. I don't even think I've seen this on the stream, so that's really cool looking. That is our rare. Firebolts, because we need a couple of spells for that Flamecaster, right? Oh. Scent Hounds for our ordinaries. Ordinary 1. Boss Control. Look at that. It's insane. Push this here. Kind of highlight this more. Yep. Dispel. Gotta have a Dispel or Disenchant in every game. Riptide. Scrounge Ghoul. He's just asking for change. You know, like, can't just give him a little change, right? Wow. Bio Imp. I wonder what element he serves. Hint, he's on fire. Cloud Spirit. Very interesting. Wow. I don't know if you guys... Okay, that you can see it now. You can see that there's a whole silhouette in the clouds for Cloud Spirit. Another pirate ship. Sandstorm, the Rude Sandstorm. And for our land, we got an Arid Desert. We've seen a couple of these already. So let's get these out of the way. Boom. 100% I've just mixed up all of the commons and uncommons. But at least we didn't mix up the rares. That's the important part. Alright, pack. I don't know. We're almost done with our first column. I guess we'll count after that. And I'm just making a royal mess on the side of my computer desk. Alright, Ruins. Because you gotta have Ruins. It looks like it's a double type of element that you can have. Backstab. Oof, of course. Let's get that. Flaming Sword as an exceptional, of course. And that's not, you know, it doesn't belong to fire, so if you like the artwork, play it, right? And for a rare, Zephrane Airship. An elite mortals take to the skies. Airborne. May carry any number of allied minions. It's pretty cool. Speaking of backstabs and Mage Slayer, let's kill those dirty mages, right? I don't think we've seen this one. And that's an ordinary card, yep. Roaming Monster reminds me of, what's it, Howling Mines in Magic? It's got the monster doing like the whole Kevin thing, Kevin McAllister. Drown, because of course, if you're going to play with a game that has water elements, you're going to have something that drowns. Aramos Mercenaries, very cool. Like I said, I want, like off the bat, I want to make some sort of human deck, because some of the humans drawn in here are very old school, so awesome looking. Scarecrow. Rain of Arrows. All the battle scenes also look insane. The Critical Strike, the Overpower. I'm pretty sure it's the same artist. Wicker Mannequin. Not to be confused with Wicker Man. R.I.P. our boy Nicolas Cage. Another camel. Read that upside down. Palbury Vats. We may have seen them before. Another pirate ship. And Autumn River. 100% we've seen that. I'm just going to make one huge pile and we'll let God sort it at the end. All we care about is the rares and the foils, right guys? Here we go. Here we go. Pack. I don't know. I think there's 36 in a box. So maybe 12 per row. We have Secret Tunnels again. We've seen that bad boy. Wind Blast. I believe that's a first. For our second uncommon. Our Pikeman we've definitely seen. And another Soul Sword as our rare / elites. Wall of Fire we've seen. Heat Ray. Awesome. It feels like it's leaning me so far. The first third of the box is leaning me towards, not only because we got both the Flame Caller in foil and non-foil, but leaning me there, right? Pit Vipers. Here we go. Dryads. Awesome. Berry. Snow Leopards. I'm gonna have to read some of the text at some point, right? Sea Serpent we've seen. Land Surveyor. Oh, I heard this card's pretty popular. Let's see. Genesis, draw sight. An ordinary mortal promulgates royal decree. So as soon as he comes out, he's going to draw you another land card into your... yep, you draw a land card to your hand. So obviously anything where you could get extra draw. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of draw in this game. Like I said, hand destruction, manipulation. I mean, those are tenets for any like deck that you want to build around, right? Anything that gives you a free draw as soon as you put it out, regardless if he's good or bad or anything else, I feel it's going to be pretty good. There's our Water Buffalo. Ooh, okay, we have not seen this. Look how clean that is. And this is a Gothic Tower, an ordinary site of rumination. If this is Genesis, if this is the only Gothic Tower you control, you gain 1. So not only do you gain it for having it, but the first time you play it out, you get that little bit of ramp, as long as you don't keep putting out a ton of them. All right, 100%. We finished our first. We made our first dent here. I feel, like I said, we've seen a lot of the commons, but with 400, and I think the breakdown was something like 250 or 300 commons or ordinary cards. We still have a lot to see. Ooh. Waypoint Portal. Exceptional card. Little sci-fi-ish looking, but that's cool. Let's get rid of these. That pile is just going to get huge. I'm going to knock that over with my elbow, 100%. Shrink, of course. A free city. I'm going to put all my lands in one pile. Because 100% when I'm making a deck. Oh, here we go. So we got a unique site of colossal construction, a Great Wall. So this is one, a unique is a very rare in this game. So a very rare wall. Enemy units can't move through the site's top border on the ground. So they can't even go around it. They have to go all the way around it. They can't just walk through it. I guess unless you have fly maybe. Like I said, I gotta look into the rules. But very cool. We got a unique. So like I said, a very rare. We got our Wolves. Our Blink. Our Heat Ray. 100%. I think we've almost got a play set of 4. Icelands. Dryads. They're very popular. Along with these burnt people. Not that there's anything wrong with them. Petrosian Cavalry. Sandworms. Of course. Big lover of Dune, and it's 100%. We're on there. We're on brand. Cloud Spirit. Violimp, we've seen. And for our site, a Summer River. Alright. That was pretty decent. Actually, I'm not even sure what I'm looking for. Maybe there's like one card that I know that everyone's looking for. But other than that, like they have their power version of 9 would be like mana crystals or moxes. So if we see any of those, I mean, those are supposed to be really good, both in game and value, I guess, perceived value. All right, Undertow. We have not seen the site, an uncommon site. I'm 100% going to water. Yep. Scout we've seen as second exceptional, and the Stormy Seas. So this seems like a water-based. Speaking of a unique, I was going to say this looks like a water-based pack, and 100%. What did I pull as the rare? Unique, so like a very rare, a unique Merfolk of Aquatic Might, Lord of Unland. It's the OnlyFans cam, since it is a unique. Very cool. Let's see, are we gonna get more water stuff? Another Spectral Stalker. Overpower. Really gotta check to see if that guy makes all that artwork. Disenchant. Mad Dash is the guy just straight running. Very cool. We have not seen that yet. We have seen, I don't think we've seen this Caravan. Azure, no, we have not. Azure, can I read this down? Azure Ridge, I'm just going to call it upside down. Caravan. Blood Ravens we've seen. Pirate Ship we've got a lot of. Sandstorm. I wish I had like just a button every time. Wickerman. This goddamn camel. And another Spring River. Alright. What's Spring River? Oh, it's water. Okay. That makes sense. Like I said, it seemed like a very water-heavy pack as soon as they opened up the first 30 uncommons. Scrolling up into that rare. Oh, so satisfying, these packs. Nice and heavy, too. Like this is... Alright, let's see. First uncommon. Whirling Blades. This guy looks like a Tyranid if we play 40k. Lots of arms and blades. Outback Strider. Very cool. Like I said, all the humans like have like this very distinctive old school feel that I'm totally digging. The Pudge Butcher. This guy, I've heard about this guy so much that I don't even need to read the card. All I know is like once you deploy him, he can't move at all, but he could attack people and drag them to him, and then they're in for a lot of pain. Oh, what's this? And for our, unsure if it's unique or rare. Unique armor of trapezing and japsing. Bearer has +7 movement. 7 league boots. Going to the fashion. You wear a couple of those to the dance floor. You won't even see you coming. It's another unique. We've been pretty good on the uniques actually. Wall of Fire. Howling Mine. A Drown. A Blink. A Grapple Shot. This is probably the only one art that I'm like about. Nothing great. Maybe I just don't like the eyes or the mouth of the creature, but other than that, it looks pretty cool. It's just if I had to pick like right now, even the creatures look all majestic. It's probably like my least favorite art, to be honest. Some Mercenaries. Porcine Pufferfish. This thing looks horrifying. I don't know if I want to play with water. All the creatures there look extremely horrifying. Let's say I have a Cthulhu type creature, and I'm 100% in. Wild Boars. Highland Clansman. And another Sandworm. And for our site, we got another Gothic Tower. There's apparently a couple of different types of towers, so there are a couple of like one-off sites that will provide that mana burst when you first play them, plus whatever, you know, actual element that they tend to embody. Alright, here we go. Can we get another awesome foil? Alright, Shield Wall. Iceberg. Put that in our land pile. A Monastery Gargoyle and Magnetic Muzzle. Holy crap. Elite Relic of Disquieting Silence. This card looks demented. And I mean that in the most respectful way. That is some crazy artwork. You will, I don't know if you guys seen Lord of Illusions, but you were definitely going to quiet up a Magic user putting that sort of thing on them. Insane. Firebolts, of course. Good old Firebolts. Scenthounds. These are our good boy Zombie. Another Spectral. Could we get a foil of them? That'd be pretty awesome. Another Blink. Grapple Shot. And see, I talk crap on it once. It's just going to keep coming back to me. Another Cloud Spirit. Another of those creepy Pufferfish. Some Wild Boars. Some Clansmen. And a Remote Desert. I believe we have other types of desert, not the Remote Desert. Still pretty cool. That was a quick pack. The most weird card in that was the Elite, which was that, sorry, the Magnetic Muzzle. The artwork looks insanely cool. Right up my alley. Like I said, I'm not reading too much of what the cards do unless they really catch my eye, and then I don't know that much about the game to just be like, oh, that's a great card. Like I said, I know in every card game, you're either looking for some sort of draw, some sort of direct damage, or some sort of manipulation. So, we have a Updraft Ridge. I was going to say Utopian Ridge. Scavenging Fiend. We have not seen this exceptional. Wow, Chain Lightning. Clean. Clean. Look at that. And for our Elite, Dwarven Forge. Gambling Master, AAA. Thanks for the follow, guy. Or girl, person. Thank you for following. Thanks for watching. We're going to do all types of different content. So if you like any one thing or you have a suggestion, me and Rogue Panda are both painters by trade. Well, I paint miniatures. He's just a straight out painter, but he paints really well. Maybe even do some painting streams, stuff like that, some gaming content, some reviews. Just tell us what you want to hear. Maybe we'll look into it. For anyone that wants to join in or chime in, just let us know. We got some of the Men of Lang, some Border Militia. This is a Sorcery, the Contested Realm. So, or TCG. It came out, the beta cards came out, / for retail came out 2 Fridays ago. And it is a very old school, it's almost, I would say, like a board game in a sense. Well, it's a very old school trading card game that uses positional play on a grid map. And the use of actual land as both mana or an energy source and a make of the map itself. That's how much. If you want to know a little bit more, I could tell you a bit more. Like I said, I'm a little bit new to the game. Artwork drew me in, and insane. It's just been really cool. I've seen a couple of play videos, and all of them look very dynamic. The board changes constantly. Some of the things that you do, some of the spells completely change how certain types of terrain and land that you put out. It's really cool. Oh, yeah, it's got that very old school magic, right? Like, I'm a very big, like I said, I play a lot of pre-modern with my buddy, and it is a lot of fun because I like that artwork. And I also like the block of pre-modern because that was when I was most active in the Magic community. Used to go to a lot of tournaments and sealed decks. Every now and then I'll do like a sealed or draft, but it's not quite the same. The artwork, like this artwork resonates with me a lot more, so. Overpower. Why is this card backwards? Is this going to be something crazy? Please let it be something crazy. Oh, it's just a Riptide. I just put it backwards. I was like, I got so excited. For nothing. For an upside down card. Or I should say a backwards card. Wall of Fire. I mean, I'm sure even in Magic you've seen this one before, right? Exorcism, we've seen. Sandworms. Vile Imp. Is one of our ordinaries going to be a rare? No. Mortality. Still a very cool card. And Irridge. So yeah, like I said, within the 10 ordinary cards, there's a chance to pull a foil anything. So it could be a foil ultra rare or very rare or rare. It could be anything. So we always look. And the last card in the pack is either a land or an avatar. So in case you didn't, get the pre-cons or they have different types of avatars, you get pretty lucky and draw one of the essentially casters / avatars in the game that you use to modify your deck. Or your playstyle, rather. Alright, let's go. Scavenging Fiend. Cool artwork. We've seen him before. Ooh, an Autumn Unicorn. We've not seen this guy. Nor this guy. A Giant Shark. Needs no introduction, right? Alright, let's see what we got. What is our rare spot? Ooh, that's kind of creepy. It is an Elite Spirit. Takes an Eerie Encore. A Recurring Spectre. Maybe cast from your cemetery. So it literally is a ghost that just keeps coming back. Grapple Shot. Blizzard. Dead of Night Demon. Extinguish. Some Scorpions. I know we haven't seen those yet. Oh, boy. Here's that foil. So this is an ordinary. So a common foil. Looks so pretty. And then on the back, I think this is also probably the best part of their foils, is straight out full art on the back of every foil that you get. So let me try to get that fans cam going. How nice is that? Like I said, and it's raised edging slightly on the lettering. Oof. Nuts. Like I said, I could see people just like never playing their foils just to not ruin them. But displaying them. I'm putting that in the rare pile because who doesn't like foils, right? We got a Cloud Spirit. Ooh, a Midnight Rogue. I don't think we've seen this one. Pirate Ship. We've seen a ton of. Sandstorm. We got it. And a Spring River. Nothing crazy. I definitely, like I said, I dig the foils. Not only because the foiling looks insanely great, but I dig that it's a full art on the back. So you really get to appreciate some of the artwork that these guys and girls put into their work. I said that one of the main draws was the artwork. I have no idea what most of the cards do, except for generally just gaming a lot, so I know what draws do and stuff like that. But other than that, artwork. We got some dragons, a free city as our second uncommon, Frost Nova. I don't believe we've seen this uncommon at all. An exceptional expansion of Arctic Magic. Freeze nearby enemy minions. They're disabled until your next turn. Cool. And what do we got for our rare? Elite Meteor Shower. Oh, so this is pretty interesting. This was 100% not going to show up. Let's go to Fans Cam. Can we get closer? I know it just looks like blurbs down here. But, like I said, position is very important in this game, and where things are, you can't see this part. But when you pick a target, it actually does varying points of damage depending on what the main target is and things around it. So, like I said, things matter. Where things are in this game matter, and where land is matters a lot in this game too. Very cool artwork. That's probably the first card we saw that I noticed that had like that very diagram at the bottom of like the area of effect. Alright, let's see. Got the Caravan. We've seen them before. Common Sense. An ordinary card appears as magic to some because, you know, not a lot of people have common sense. Of course. Blood Ravens. I almost thought it was foil for a second when I was getting excited. Fire Harpoons. Amazon Warriors. Sacred Scarabs. Another pirate ship. Snow Leopard. I feel like the amount of Snow Leopards, and although with my luck, I'm sure we'll get a foil grapple shot. Because I've been talking so much crap on it. It's not bad. By no any means. Just not my flavor. But if a Snow Leopard's in foil, that'd be pretty awesome. So Sea Serpent, an Unravel, and a land as our a Humble Village. So when you deploy it, you can pay 1 to summon a foot soldier. I'm assuming that's like a 1/1. It is a 1/1 token, I should say, as most people would see. All right, we're halfway through the second stack, guys. We're almost there. I promise. And I feel we got magic. We got magic with us, quite literally. We got the heart and love of magic in sorcery. Oh, nice. Syrian Templar. We have not seen this guy before. As one of our uncoms. Secret Tunnel we've seen. Marine Voyage. We have not seen that. And wow, Nimbus Djinn. Insane. But is this guy unique? No, he's an elite. You discard a spell card, deal 3 damage to a random unit here. So you have no idea which side he's going to attack, but that's some pretty cool artwork. We have not seen this guy before. I don't think we've gotten a lot of hits of the same, except for the Flame Caller. We haven't had a lot of the same cards that were rare or elite. Swan Maidens. We have not seen this card for sure. Would have 100% remembered that. Cave Trolls. Another one we have not seen. Is it all cards almost that we haven't seen? No, never mind. The Men of Fulang screwed up for us. We got Incinerate. The Old Salt Anchorman. The Border Militia. No problem, bud. I've been going a little bit slow because I've just been kind of like mentally unpacking what I'm seeing and admiring some of this beautiful artwork. Teleport. Swamp Buffalo. Asleep. And is this another tower? Oh, a lone tower. Another lone tower. Except this is we just got the foil of it, what, 2 packs ago? So, very cool. I said this game is very big on the positional and land that you could do with it. The stack's just going to fall 100%. Let me split that. And so that also kind of drew me into the game. I should notice that, you know, I don't think I've highlighted the packs themselves. You guys just been... This is a TCG. So a trading card game. And it just came out like 2 weeks ago. Well, I mean, the alpha came out a little bit ahead of time because it was kickstarted. And then the alpha had a little bit of different artwork on some of the cards, but most of the, I believe, everything but 3 cards got put into beta, and all they did was change some of the artwork because they wanted to make that sort of like anyone that was alpha or supported them in the beginning gets this very cool artwork on some cards, but everything other than that, they changed some wording to make it clearer, and that was the only big difference between the two. So it's not like they got some sort of crazy power card that nobody can get. All right, we got a Mountain Pass. You shall not Mountain Pass. I'm assuming it's uncommon. Ooh, okay. There, Dapperville Vampire. Looks very dapper. Yes, you get to multi-pass through the mountains. Ooh. Anui Undine. An exceptional spirit born of the sea. We have not seen this card at all. And, wow. Ascalon Phoenix. An elite beast of incandescent splendor. Mighty Mighty Phoenix. Fade. We have not seen this. Very cool. A very simple artwork. Some of this stuff's not like anything crazy. It's just the fact that it looks so well drawn. Like I said, this is a plain card. This is an uncommon, an ordinary card. And look at like the attention to detail. I love the full bordering. How slick it looks. Alright, we got some Longbowmen. Maybe we've seen them. Pit Vipers. Well, I don't think we've seen this one. Fenvale Muse. Just the lady pouring out her waters into the overpass. Lightning Bolt. Oof. Look how beautiful that is. This is a common or ordinary card. Very simple, but I mean, it conveys everything that you want it to, right? Berry. Minor Explosion. This guy's not having a good time. You just clearly tell. He's got a neck cramp at the very least. Polar Bears. We got them. Come in packs. 100%. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll show you some of like the... If I show you one of the foils, or we draw a foil, you'll see like the back of every foil is just a full art. Some Sedge Crabs and a Red Desert. So I'm just going to quickly drop a foil. So this is a foil common, just to backtrack on that a bit. And then on the back, 100% full art. Insane. I absolutely love that. The foil, I mean, like I said, I doubt I'll play with a foil, but that is beautiful just to get the straight out full art with nothing on it, and then obviously having the very awesome foiling on the other side. And they're nice thing, this is a comment, right? Just in case. These cards feel like very old school Magic cards where they can look like they can take a beating more than like 2-3 games, unlike some of the newer Magic cards. That make me very sad when I play with some of the newer Magic cards. They do not feel anything like they did when I started playing. So props to the company for doing that, to make that, investing a little bit more into the product and making sure that they not only paid their artist hopefully a fair wage, but also that they invested on the card stock, because for me that makes playing with the cards even better. Like I can put these cards here and I know they're not just gonna get messed up standing next to each other. All right. Call to War. Ooh, we've not seen this. Phantom Steed. That's insane. Iceberg. Iceberg Lettuce. And what is our rare? Oh boy. This guy does not look happy. Sky Baron. Elite Spirit. That thing looks serious. Like I said, I think for almost all of the elites and uniques that we've had, yes, just let them watch. All the uniques we've had and the elites, I don't think we've seen a double except for one of the foils, and that was between the Avatar. Got some Mermaids, some Blink. We've seen a lot of Blink. Spectral Stalker, I'm waiting for you in foil, buddy. Grapple Shot. The Petrosian Cavalry? Cloud Spirit, we've seen a couple of him. Pirate Ship, 100%. We got a playset. Vile Imps, playset. Another Dark Tower. This one's different. Slightly different. Very cool. On to the next. So I feel we got a couple of playsets of the common, so that's a bonus. I have no idea what's in the pre-cons. We'll probably do a separate unveiling on what comes in the pre-con itself. Because I've actually not seen any videos of people opening up their pre-cons and showing people like what comes in them. Is it worth the $40? From what I've been told, 100%, because then you get a lot of the sites or lands that you wouldn't, like, right now we're hoping we draw a good land and make a good set. And that's obviously going to have a lot of cards that are either play sets or near play sets of things that you want to play. This has 36, I believe. You know what? Let me do a stack count before we look at this. This stack we have not touched. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. So it is three stacks of 12 for 36 per box. One box I got for about 150, and the other box I got at 130 off eBay from a game store. So 36 packs, whatever the math is, 36 packs divided, to 130 with shipping was free. So I think that should be $3 a pack. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, a little bit more, but still relatively fair. All right, Sunken Treasure. Ooh, Moon Clan Werewolf. This is actually the first time we see this guy. World of Blades. So, you know how we talked about like the Power 9 or like, in this game, a lot of these like Mox Diamond Crystal things. This is right now, this is a lot of people very happy with this card. And what it does, it provides you, it's a unique, so it's the very rare. It provides you an earth or fire maybe, and 1 mana to its controller, so it passively, ramps you up. Anything that ramps you up in the game, I mean, that's pure money right there. Even if it's like a common, anything that just ramps up how fast you can play minions, or like what threshold you need in some games. So very happy with that. Here we go. Drown. Entangled Terrain. You got some Mercenaries, the Scarecrow, Rain of Arrows. This guy, you know what? I gotta do this guy justice. Vincent Pompetti. I'm sure like on all his battlefield artworks that he's done in this set, insane. Some Bone Rabble, some Exorcism for when you encounter the ex-girlfriend or boyfriend. Sedge Crabs. Ooh, some Ogre Goons. And the land. Rustic Village. So far we've only drawn 1 avatar instead of besides for the foil. 1 avatar out of all the lands, but like I said, there is a chance that there will be an avatar in that last land spot that comes for free. It's not part of the pack, not part of your commons, uncommons variety. I also like that if you get a foil, it replaces one of the ordinary cards, but it could be a very rare, it could be any rarity. So very cool. All right. And then Dio was seen first uncommon. Second, Corner Space. The artwork's not really like fantasy-ish, or maybe it is completely fantasy-ish. It seems very out there, very progressive, but very cool. It's very different. Battering Ram, I know we got one of these in foil, and for our rare spot, Sisters of Silence, Elites. Very straightforward, very somber. Let's get the OnlyFans cam. A little bit, it's too high up, but as you can see, Overpower. Is this a single? Yes, it is. So like I said, Rain of Arrows, Overpower, he does all these. Looks like so far in the set, he's got like 3 or 4 battle scenes, and all of them look insanely cool. I love these. If we get one of these in foil, just so I could see the full art on the back, that'd be insane. Disenchant, Blizzard, Extinguish, Mad Dash, Scorpions, good old Sandstorm, the Wicker Man, good old Camel. It's been a while since we've seen them, right? A couple bats, and a Gothic Tower for when you're feeling a little sad and lonely, right? You want to play a little industrial music, put out the good old Gothic Tower to round up some bats. Kind of appropriate that the bats came right before the Gothic Tower, right? Alright, we're almost down to, this is the 13th pack. 13th to last pack. So this is going to be the last column we go, well, we're going into the last column. This is the last one of the second column. Are we going to be lucky with this one? I don't even know what lucky is, right? A Cursed Albatross. So if you've seen that movie, The Lighthouse, don't mess with the Albatross. That was our first uncommon. Second, ooh, wow, that's cool. Dacian Phalanx. We have not seen this uncommon. There's actually a couple commons we haven't seen, so we have not seen this guy. Sea Raider. So is this going to be like a pack where I see like very unique cards or cards that I haven't seen before? Who knows? Major Explosion. We have not seen this card at all in our rare pile. So very insane. Like I said, if maybe this will show up a little bit clearer now. Crap. So this, where this little thing is, it shows you a diagram. So I said positional play is big in this. So if you throw some sort of huge spell in a spot, everything around it's also going to take damage or be affected by it. So I can see where that could be a rare. There we go. Submerged. Oh. We're going to address the one misprint in this thing because I just inadvertently slid and I saw that it was a foil. But it's actually one of the best cool things that's a misprint. And we'll get to it. Alright, so we got some mermaid people. Some scarecrow. Rain of Arrows. Is it Vincent? Of course it's Vincent because Rain of Arrows is awesome. Wizard Apprentice. He is apprentice no more. He is master now. So, Blink, apparently, we wouldn't get into this. So we did get the foil, but we got one of like the misprint foils. So, apparently the only misstep they had in this set was they misprinted Blink and Blizzard. So, the artwork is from the Blizzard card, but the foil, so both of them are foil, would have Blink and Blizzard. So the Blizzard one that's foil would have Blinks and vice versa. So actually, I think it's pretty cool that they're misprinted. I mean, obviously, if you're playing them, you can play them as whatever the printed thing is, and as you can see, the full art on the back. I was hoping I'd get one of these because I think it's really cool that they were misprinted. Not really misprinted, but it's a known misprint. So Blink, even though it's got Blizzard, says ordinary magic of tactical transmission. Affected sites, units atop them can't be attacked or intercepted. At the start of your turn, dispel Blizzard. So, it's like the bottom half is right to the card, but not the top half. Either way, look at that beautiful hologram and artwork. Even though it's a misprint, sort of, it's a half misprint. Very cool. I'm glad I pulled one. I wonder if I'll pick the opposite of it and get the Blizzard instead / Blink. Another lovely Snow Leopard. Wild Boar. Sea Serpent. Land Surveyor. And another Rustic Village. Alright, we're down to the last 12 guys and gals and peoples. Let's see, can we? I feel we pulled one core, and there's one core for every element. So can we pull more cores? I think they're unique. So if you got one, that's pretty much the play set, unless you're gonna trade them off. If we pull any more cool foils. All right, last 12. Oh my! I don't even want to show you that pile over there. It's pretty big. We got ourselves another Phantom Steed. We got Frost Nova. Very cool. Another Templar. Ooh boy! I'm looking at the other camera so I can read it upside down. This is Disintegrate. Oof! Look at that. Elite. Magic of Utter Annihilation. Banish target minion and everything it carries. So not only are you destroying... Let's get the fan cam. Not only are you destroying the person or the monster or whatever, you're also destroying any equipment that they happen to be carrying on them. That artwork is sick. Awesome. Overpowered by our boy Vincent. Beast of Burden. Disenchant. I feel like we're getting a good place at commons at this point. Oh, not only did we get the Disenchant, we got the Disenchant foil. Wow, that looks way better. You know what? You get the comparison. Come here, ordinary. Wow, looks, and then the full artwork. Nice. We've not got one of those. Yeah, we got some Ogre Goons. Some Spin Attack. Just in case you want a dance with a couple of Drakes or something, right? A Rogue. A couple of Bats. Wow, here we go. Another Avatar. A Water Shaper. Shaper of Water for my Avatar spot. So we did hit an Avatar in there. For instead of our land slot, down to 11. At the end, I'll try to see what the breakdown was for one box. Windmill, an uncommon. Poison Nova, we have not seen this. That looks really cool. A Step. As our uncommon, and oof, Rift Valley. We have our first dupe rare. That's it. GG's, guys. It's over. The dream is dead. No, that actually seems pretty cool. The fact that it could displace land. I'm not going to complain about that. It's elite, so you can actually have 2 in a deck. Unlike the uniques, which are 1 per deck. So even if I end up using them, here's the Apprentice Wizard. We're going to call this one the Larry. The Apprentice Larry. Critical Strike by Vincent. Dead of Demon. Whoever, let's see if there's like 2 or 3 very creepy, super dark creatures crawling in the night. If they're all just from the same guy, guys, gotta seek some help. Wall of Ice. There go some wolves. Heat Ray. All the heat type spells look very cool. And the humans, of course. It's a huge fan. I think we got a play set of this guy. Snow Leopards. We've 100% got like 2 play sets of the Snow Leopards. Sea Serpent. Unravel. And another Dark Tower. For some of our land. Because, you know, what's a game without land, right? No, let me move this box out of here. Let me just take the packs out. Although I'm going to need a place to put all of my... 1 second, get a little bit of water here. I'm going to need a place to place all of my cards when I'm unpacked, or maybe I'll just leave them on my desk till tomorrow. I don't know. I didn't make that decision yet. That means I'd have to think ahead of time, and you know that's not one thing that I do generally. I usually just go with the flow type. Alright, that pile is becoming monstrous, so we're going to start throwing some of our packs there. Ooh, Skirmishers of Mu. We have not seen these guys. Is this Vincent? No. Oh, yeah, it is Vincent. I was like, Vincent's carrying all the weight for me. Favorite artwork of the set so far. Here we go. Some Frontier Settlers. We have not seen them. Evil Presence we have. We have one of the foils there. This is what the plane looks like. Very cool. And, whoa, boy. Mirror Realm. This is our unique. Let's get that fan cam going. How insane is that? There we go. That is some insane artwork. This is unique, so it's 1 per deck, and it's your Atlas. This site enters the realm as a copy of another nearby site. So it straight out just mirrors a site next to it or any other site. So in case you need some sort of special effect or ability off somebody else's rare site or unique site, it could be very useful. Or just maybe you just need that element. Muse. Blood Raven. Oh, I think I see I almost spoiled it for myself. I'm pretty sure I see a foil in there. Scarabs. Lightning Bolt. Beautiful. Simple. I mean, when you look at the old school lightning bolts too, like, simplicity sometimes is the best thing ever. Firebolt. Made some a couple of firebolts. Can't go wrong with that. Oof. Here we go. What is this? Leap Attack. Wow. Exceptional Magic of Savage Saltation. Look at that beauty. Oof. Dwarf making a... I don't know if there's any actual... Maybe we saw like 1 or 2 dwarves. We've definitely seen a couple of sites. There's the fan cam and the full art on the back. How cool is that? Like, honestly, like, once I saw like this in some of the previews, I was like, I cannot wait to get at least 1 foil to see that full art on the back. You get a nice binder. You just leave them on there so people can admire both the front and the back. An uncommon, but in my eyes, if it's a foil, especially the foils in like this game, it might as well be a rare to me. And if it's a rare, doubly so. Pegasus, a Plume Pegasus. Some interesting artwork. Miracle Workers. I don't think I've seen this common. Or this ordinary. There's a Cloud Giant. We definitely got to place that. And then a Summer River. Very, very cool. And it's insane. There are, we've opened up so many packs, and maybe we've seen most of the ordinary cards, but I still feel there's so many more exceptionals and uniques and elites that we have not seen yet. Here you go. Spire Lich. Ooh, I wonder what element he plays for. I think that's air. Ooh, wind. Sylph. Poison Nova. All right. So what's going to be our rare or elite or unique? We have not seen this person. Highland Princess, a unique mortal, so very rare, with many a suitor. Genesis, search your spellbook for an artifact that costs 1 or less. Reveal, put into your hand. Remember how I said that any sort of search or recursion or draw is awesome? Well, she lets you just tutor for something, and she's cheap to put out. Unique, so 1 per deck, guys. Men of Lang, Salt Sailors, Hounds, the Troll of Doom, Pit Vipers. Oh boy, Goody Gumdrops, exceptional. There's another foil. Now we're hitting our strides with these foils. So uncommon, in terms, exceptional, but very cool. This guy, we haven't seen him in a while. He's been hiding. Apparently at the bottom half of the pack. Wild Boars, always a welcome sight. Highland Clansman, we've seen you before. Exorcism, just in case. And a Spring River. I think we're doing pretty good. Sorry, I said I got one of the cores. I got a bunch of awesome looking foils so far, and we're still about 7. This is going to be the 8th pack left. I'm pretty satisfied right now. Like I said, I've got 2 boxes. I'm not going to open up both boxes. Obviously, this has gone a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, but I am extremely happy of my... Even if I just play this game once or twice with a friend and we don't go any more than just a pre-cons and a box, I can't wait. I can't wait to play this, even very casually. If a scene grows around me, you can bet I will at least try a couple of games and get my butt kicked. But I'll have fun and I'll meet people, and that's what it's about, right? When you play games, you just want to meet new people and meet a gaming group. And if you have cool artwork to back it up and a fun game, more to boot on that. So we've got this site, Holy Ground. We have not seen this before. Like I said, some of these uncommon / exceptional cards we have not seen at all. Is this going to be a land pack? Because I feel, 2 for 2 on lands, 2 uncommon lands. Floodplain. Look at that. Can you imagine just playing on a board, just seeing all this great artwork on it? And there's another exceptional. We have not seen the Twin Axe Berserker. Very straightforward gentleman. He has 2 axes. He's a twin axer. And looks like a pirate captain? Captain Baldassare. A unique mortal of seafaring infamy. Well, we got another very rare there. We're hitting a good stride on that. Maybe it wants me to play water now. A berry. We've seen. I spoiled it for myself again, guys. Every time the card slips, I see a little... I don't know what it is yet, but I just saw the foil gleam at me. Riptide. Crones. A turtle. Oh, boy. An Unravel. So, an ordinary card. But, to be fair, I saw this all the way at the bottom of most of my piles, and I was like, how cool. I wonder what this looks like. Foil. And the full art, of course. I heard about this game. I'm going to switch the screen for a second. When they first did the Kickstarter, let me just take this off for a second. I noticed that they had licensing from Frank Rosetta to have some of his iconic, Death Dealer, which if you look over my shoulder, this one, I actually have a Mezco figure of Death Dealer. It was one of the first comics I bought, and I fell in love with that very high fantasy look, like that Conan type look. Unfortunately, like I said, it passed me, and these are like limited arts only to the alpha. The Death Dealer itself, they did reprint these in the beta. They just don't have the same artwork, which kind of sucks. But it's not like you lost the card forever. And then seeing like this stuff, I was just like, I've got to at least try this, and that's what drew me to the game. And then once just the artwork, I didn't even know anything else about the game. Once I started seeing, the type of stuff that was going on with this game and the artwork. Like I said, the artwork is 99%. Yeah, they licensed a couple of Frazetta works. Not everything, but like I said, mainly for the alpha. I don't think they have any in the beta, but once I saw it was essentially that that was what they were going for, that kind of look, that old school feel, I was 100% sold. And then once I realized that it's a positional game where land actually matters, it's not just like, oh, I put a land down to get mana or like energy or whatever. the land, how you build the map, because it just starts off empty, actually matters a lot to the game. So it's like kind of like almost a board game and a card game at the same time. Like I said, once I started seeing more and more about the game and hearing more buzz about it, I was like, I've got to try this out. When's it come out? And I started looking and looking and looking. Like I said, we had the chance to play it at Gen Con. Unfortunately, a demo ran too long, and then our seats were kind of forfeit, which was fair because I was about half an hour late. And I go like, it's fine. I understand. I completely understand. I just want to be in the background checking the game out, and everyone looked like they were just having the time of their lives. So once it became a widespread product, I was like, let me put an order in and pre-order and just get a box. What's the investment? Like I said, one box was $150, the other box was $130, and the pre-cons are $40 for 4 complete decks. Even if I casually play for like a $150, $160 investment, that's all you go in on. Who knows? I spent way more money on some board games that I've never even touched, but and I feel like this, even if it's just artwork or whatever, play it a couple times, it's gonna make its investment. As far as like time played and stuff like that, not like money. I don't know. Some cards are probably worth a lot of money. I know one of the cores is, and some cards are going for a lot more money. But I don't know if that's just pure speculation or whatever. Like I said, if I played this game a handful of times and I enjoy it, it was well worth the investment I did in it. If we played this game a lot, then obviously pays per plays, you're gonna be fine with it. So I'm totally cool with that. Let's finish out this pack. Mortality, Lamprey, and let's do we get? Ooh, Minor Explosion, like I said, very cool. And we got another spell, Sorcerer. So he comes foil in the top part of the pack, but he's another generic avatar that you can have. He doesn't do anything special, but if you're playing, I guess, draft, or if maybe you just want like a guy that's just not leaning towards one end or the other of the spectrum of how you want to build your deck. Like I said, there are options. You can run certain characters or certain avatars with certain things where they may have more of a leaning to, but maybe you just want to have something a little bit more vanilla when you start out, not to complicate the game for yourself or lean towards one sort of color or element over the other. Oh, Gyre Hippogriffs. We have not seen this. Coming in with the lightning, a bunch of hippogriffs. An eagle, we have also not seen. Is this going to be an all-flying theme thing? Because, I mean, we did a good water one a couple packs back. This is no. Ground Hollows, an exceptional site of quaint construction. Looks like hobbits. Hobbits are hiding out here, and they don't want you in their hidey holes. Ooh, okay. And Sinkhole. I don't remember if we had a Sinkhole as the unique or the elite. This is an elite, but if it is elite, you could have 2 of them, and I believe if we did have one before, now we've got the max of 2. Like I said, in this game you have 2 decks, and one is essentially all your land, and the other one is everything else. It's called your spell book, and that would be like your creatures, your spells, your artifacts. Icelands, Crones, Boss Control, Dispel. Oh, there's a difference between Dispel and Disenchant. Didn't even notice, and they're both... I'm sure one just gets rid of... Well, let's read what they do, because I've never seen them back to back. Destroy all auras and artifacts. Target location up to 2 steps away. Steps would be essentially land masses or squares. The other one, destroy all auras and artifacts at a target location. 1 step. Oh, up to 2 steps away. What the? It seems like the exact same thing. Or am I just going crazy? Oh, I see. One goes more towards... They have different elements of like who can use them. I was like, it looks like they say the same thing, but then I realized the elements actually do matter in this game. So, Sleep. Here goes the Swamp Buffalo, another Minor Explosion, and another Gothic Tower. Ordinary, so you can have 4 in the deck if you so please. Maybe you just want to draw into it a little bit earlier, or maybe you just like feeling a little emo. Who doesn't, right? Every now and then. Here we go. We're close. We're not in the top 3 yet. We have 5 more after this pack. And then, sweet. Ooh, Chain Lightning is one of our exceptionals. I think we had one before. So the uncommons are still actually very uncommon at this point. Because we're seeing stuff that we haven't even hit before. Like 31 packs now, and we haven't seen some of these uncommons before. Shield Wall, I spoke too soon. Ooh, Polar Express? Polar Explorers. Elite Mortals. And an Icy Expedition. We have not seen these guys. Wall of Ice, okay. Now we're going with the snow theme. I believe it's 403 or 406. I know that the alpha had 3 more cards, and I don't remember which 3 cards. So between 403 and 406, very robust first rollout, and they're already starting to hint that they have ideas of how they want to do. They just kind of want to. I've been on the Discord a bit, kind of casually glancing in there ever since I got interested in the game, and so far it seems like it's doing well. A lot of places where like I wasn't even planning to get a second box, but I was like, oh, let me buy this pre-con from this eBay store, and I felt bad because of course that's how they rope you in. Buy $100 worth of stuff, free shipping. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, like they're already almost sold out of the pre-cons and some of the starter boxes at $130, and I paid $150 for my first box. And to tell the truth, I don't remember which one's which because they're identical at this point. I just put them on my desk and stared at them. Yeah, for a base set, it's insane. So that's why I'm seeing a lot of cards that most of the I've got a couple of play sets of the commons of some cards, but even that, like the uncommons, I don't have play sets of, even though they're 3 per deck. All right, Common Sense, not so common. Oh, I spoiled it. I see a little shine at the bottom. We got Fire Harpoons. Put that there. Amazon Warriors. Here we go. Do we get the Blink Blizzard? No. Ooh. An Exceptional Troll. A Costly and Cautious. Oh, it's a Bridge Troll. And it's exceptional. So this is actually an uncommon. We have not seen this guy. Hiding out underneath a bridge. Look at that. Insane. Who drew this? Vasily Irmolev. I'm 100% sure I butchered the name, but yeah, this is quite Larry. No, the unique, it's just done by rarity. So instead of rarity, ordinary cards are commons. You could have 4 per deck, and that's part of the deck building too. Exceptional is they're uncommon. You could have 3 per deck. Elite means you could have 2 per deck, and then unique means you can only have 1 per deck. So you could have like this bridge troll is exceptional, so you could have 3 bridge trolls. If you have a unique card, 1 per deck, and that goes across whether it's land or not, or whatever. Avatars are 1 of 1 in the deck because obviously you only get to be 1 person. All right, Mannequin, some sandworms, good old Vile Imp, more camels, Geomancer. Oh, so we got another avatar in our land spot, which is pretty cool because even if you did not get the Geomancer in the pre-con, since I'm splitting with a friend, he may get 2 he likes, and I'll be like, oh no, I can't play that guy or girl, but now I can because I get the mighty Geomancer. Boop, boop, boop. Nice. Player draw a site. If you played an Earth site, fill a void adjacent to you with rubble, and then you could tap to replace an adjacent rubble with the topmost side of your atlas. So you blind drop something on a rubble, which rubble is you destroy the land or whatever have you, and then this Geomancer just keeps creating more land for you. So very cool, very in theme. All right, 5th to last pack, and we're almost there. We're almost home free. Thank you so much for watching and commenting and following everyone, and I'm just very glad that I get to unpack these cards, and I'm super excited. It's very different when you're like not only watching and unpacking, but also that you're part of it and you're seeing this stuff for the first time. Like there were so many cards I've seen now that I didn't see anyone's unboxing or unpacking. Oh, and we've not seen this. Oh, Ormond Harpooneers. They're hunting big game. We've not seen this uncommon. Oh yeah, deck construction is. Oof, I actually have to look that up. I forget if it's 3015. With, like I said, the exception of being exceptional cards, uniques, and elites and ordinaries, kind of making up the rest of it. So you have a Atlas deck, which is your land deck, and then you have your spellbook deck, which is everything else. Could be anything between spells themselves, artifacts, or creatures, or they're a mix of in your spellbook. And Atlas is purely just your land. And I believe you start the game with 3 and 3 of each, and you can mulligan. We have not seen this person, a Phase Assassin, Exceptional Mortal. That could be a pretty cool foil. An Oasis, an uncommon site, or an exceptional site. Oh, wow. An elite magic of Motley Menagerie and assorted animals. They're just hanging out there. You just summon, I think it's just to summon X random pack animals to join your side. So that is our rare. A Mad Dash. A Blizzard. So this is the actual Blizzard, not the Blink slash reprints, not prints. Extinguish. Scorpions. We got the Caravan. Common Sense. Bone Rabble. We may have a playset finally. 100%. We've got at least 2 or 3 playsets of Polar Bears. Sedge Crabs. We got the Pegasus. And the Village. Right now, I'm not too sure what I'm leaning towards, to be honest. There's, like I said, the humans have some really cool looking artwork, so maybe them. 4th to last pack, guys. Other than that, I'd have to actually look at what I have, and I'm sure the pre-cons are gonna kind of like tilt that in one direction or the other to see like what they carry, what I have multiples of, and what I can make mock decks with, so other people can play with me. Wow. This is an Iron Maiden cover, Awakened Mummies. Like I said, we've been opening 30-something packs, and we have not come across this card. A lot of these uncommons are actually going very hard. Free City, I've seen at least one of those. Sea Raider, we got 2. We're almost to the playset of those. Ooh, okay. Court Jester, looking almost like the original Jester's Cap, except a little bit more demented, is our Elite as our rare spot. At the end of your turns, each nearby avatar discards a random card. Wow. An Elite Mortal with Mischievous Smile. If you make someone discard a card, they pretty much spend a turn tapping to, unless they've got some sort of spell, to draw their hand back up. So that is pretty, I'm pretty sure people are going to want to kill that guy as quickly as possible. Blood Raven, Amazonian Warriors, Swan Maidens, our Sacred Scarabs, good old Cave Trolls, some Nomads, some Spin Attacks, some Mannequins, some Cavalry, and a Lone Tower. I think this is a little bit different. I know we've gotten a couple of Gothic Towers. I'm unsure if we got a Lone Tower. Alright guys, we are down to the last 3 packs. We made it. We are 33 packs down. And these are the last 3. Do we feel magic in these? And not magic as in the TCG, just magic as in, are we going to pull something crazy? I was really happy we got one of the cores. Like I said, they're essentially, everything uses Magic the Gathering terms. One of the Power 9 cards, because it's a ramp. Alright. A Tragedy Warrior. Ruins. Another uncommon land, or I should say an exceptional land. Spiralich looks very cool. And here, rare is a Hounds of Andros. Nowhere is safe from these elite beasts. They don't even put it in the beginning. Sometimes they just weave it in there just to, like I said, it's something like a naming convention that just seems so clever to me when I first was reading it, and I was just looking up. I didn't even know anything about I'm like, why does it say ordinary something something? Why does this say elite or something something or exceptional? So those look pretty cool. Needless to say, Fade as an ordinary. Barry, got a couple of Longbowmen. There's a Turtle. Mage Slayer, very cool. Here's our Howling Mine in the flesh. Some Lampreys, just because. Some Sandstorm, Minor Explosion. We have 100% playset of those, along with this guy. I feel like they're always back to back. And another Simple Village. I said I think rare-wise, or rarity, or very rares or uniques, we've had very few, maybe a whole one that was a copy, and that was the Avatar that we got. Do we have magic in these last 2 packs we are opening? I don't know. I feel like pretty positive about what I drew so far. It's like, looks like I got a lot of cool playsets of stuff. Evil Presence, 100%. We've got a playset of these now. These exceptional looking babies. Slumbering Giantess. We have not seen this one. So this is the first uncommon of this card that we've seen. Along with this card, Wings of Invention. An exceptional device of aerial ingenuity. And a Wicked Witch. That is some elite mortal with Forlorn Flock. Oof. That is some pretty creepy. There you go. Ish. fan cam. That is some pretty creepy art. Again, like I said, we've not hit that before, so Beast of Burden. Here come the ordinary cards. Blink. An exceptional apprentice wizard / Larry. It's been a while since we've seen our boy Vincent. Blizzard. Sandworm. Highland Clansman. Oof. There's another. Got a foil. Guile Sirens. Ooh, that is. It's an exceptional, so it's uncommon, but have you seen something so pretty? Like I said, with this type of artwork, I almost dropped it. With this type of artwork, have you really seen anything this pretty in it? This is beautiful. Oh, yeah. For the uncommons, 100%. Look at how beautiful that looks. And wow, this is probably the only one that does not have it on the back. I wonder if that's misprint or not. Sadness, because that is artwork I would have loved to seen full bleed on, but that is still a very cool foil that we got. I won't feel bad if I actually play it. I'll put it that way. Vile Imp and a Rustic Village. Alright, we've come to, sadly, an end. We're on the last pack. Yeah, with 400, I gotta see the breakdown. I think it's at least maybe 250 common cards. So and then the rest are split between exceptional, which is their uncommon, their elite, which is their rares, and their uniques, which are very rares. But here we go, last pack. Let's get the game of Sorcery. This is the last pack of this box. Hopefully I'll probably have a pre-con, just like view through, and then maybe we'll see what kind of cards that we can make out of just a pre-con. Like one pre-con that you may catch your eye, and then some of the cards that come along with it. So off the bat, we know we didn't get an avatar for the last card. That's fine. But can we pull some craziness here? All right, Guile Sirens. We got our we got the foil before, so we know they're exceptional. Very cool. Undertow we've seen. It's a land for a water site. Giant Shark we have seen. It's an uncommon. Second one. Ooh, Highland Falconeer we have not seen. Is an elite mortal. So the rares, well, we're gonna split them out in a second. I'll see if I have any doubles. I don't think so, except for maybe one of the foils. That was it. Pit Viper, we've seen Ordinary Beast of Burden, Ordinary Maiden, some Deep Sea Maidens. I never get tired of seeing this Lightning Bolt, I'm going to be honest. Lightning, Chain Lightning, the Flame Bolts. I wonder if the same artist, I'm assuming the Lightning Bolts and Lightning type things were all done by the same artist, but I wonder if he was the same guy that did all the flame effects too. Wall of Air. Ogre Goons. Midnight Rogue. Miracle Workers, and our last land site is a Red Desert. Alright, so let's go. That is the last pack, so we're just going to take the last maybe 2-3 minutes, and we're just going to see these rares. And this is a stack of unique rares and foils that we got. So let's see, Elite. We're going to stack Elite, 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 Elite. An avatar is different. A foil, elite, elite. Avatar is different. A foil, unique. A foil, unique. Foil, unique. Elite. Another avatar. Another foil. Elite. Foil. An elite. An elite. A unique. Elite. A Lone Tower is a foil. An elite. Elite. We'll count these up in a second. I'm just trying to separate them to see what my box breakdown was like. I feel pretty good about some of the stuff we got. Oh, we did get 2 of the Seasoned Sellsword. So maybe there was a double hit on the rarity for the rares. The Flame Caller with the elites. Uncommon. The Flame Caller was sick. I don't think you were here earlier, but this is the Flame Caller avatar in foil. That is extremely sick looking. And this is the plain. Oh, I'm so plain. Elite Trebuchet. Rift Valley is Elite. Elite Relic. A Seer. This is a different type of avatar that you can have in your deck. Pretty sure that's essentially a rare because it was in that rare spot. Alright, so let's break down. So how many avatars did we get? Regular avatars, we got 5. And none of them were the same except for the Flame Color, which you got foil in, which I'm 100% okay with that. And the Sorcerer, we technically got a foil as a box topper. Cool. Alright. So that was what, 5? Right. Regular foils. The avatar is different. So uncommon, uncommon, ordinary, 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 exceptional, exceptional, ordinary, exceptional, exceptional. So we got one avatar, the Flame Caller, awesome. We got, did I put them out of order? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 foils, which are uncommons, and then we have another 5 foils that were common, ordinary. So that was, let me use this. I feel bad about putting that. Our elite pile, or our regular rares, we have, we should have, I guess, a mix of, between these two, we should have 36. So do we have any doubles besides for maybe one of the lands? What land is this? This is a Rift Valley. So I know we had an Exceptional Mercenary. We have 2 of those. Do we have any other that are copies? Rift Valley. We had a double and a Sinkhole. So we had 2 of the lands, which is actually cool because them being rare and / them being elite means you can only have 2 per deck. And you have 2, and they both seem very good. Being able to destroy land or displace land, especially in the game that, like I said, positional play is very important in this game. I do not mind. And then our uniques or our very rares to make the rest of the box. So we had, if we did math right, we had 36 packs minus 7. We had 29 regular rares, and then so we had 7 uniques, which were very rares, and none of these were. With this being one of the chase rares, were copies. They were all unique. Happily named. They were all unique cards. Alright, guys and gals, and that is it. We went through our packs, and thank you so much for staying and watching and chiming in and asking questions. We will try to continue with a little bit more sorcery. I'm gonna maybe I'll unpack that other box sometime soon. I'm definitely going to go through the pre-cons, open them up, because I haven't seen anyone really review or talk about them. I'm going to read a little bit more about the game and tell you maybe what elements I think would fit me the best, or maybe give you guys suggestions if you have questions of what you think that you would like to see. Like I said, I am Serial Killer, aka Drew, on part of Unorganized Play, just a bunch of gamers doing what we love, that we've been doing for decades on end, is playing a bunch of games, making fools of ourselves, and just being really honest and open with everybody. Do you have any suggestions of stuff that you want to see? There's a bunch of us that do a bunch of different types of content, and we're just unifying to all do our little part to pitch in now that we're grown up and we have nothing better to do and we can't go out partying all the time. Sadness, but thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Till then, take care.